welcome to this week's episode of Forever the Optimist with me, Lindsay,
And me, Emma.
who is obviously paying attention there.
I'm reading. Reading today's things.
So, what have you been up to this week then, Emma?
Work. Just, I done my very first working top, like, I'm back doing, like, my proper job. So, going on to the wards, going into the clinics and topping them up. So, I actually went into my old clinics where I was a supervisor.
Oh, nice.
So, it was nice to see everyone. So, don't get me wrong, I had a full-on breakdown because all the stock is different, wasn't where it was when I left. A lot of the systems were different for ordering, and it just got so overwhelmed. I just sat there and cried at the kitchen table. But then I went in the next day and spoke to like one of my managers, and I was just like, I was an absolute mess yesterday, but I'm not feeling bad about it.
Yeah. You shouldn't either. You've been off for a long time with a very good reason. And you're going to get overwhelmed at times.
I know, it was just like 6 months is a long time. And I've never really thought of it that way as being a long time. Because I was just like, oh, it's off. I've done that job for so long. I'll be able to walk back in and do it. A lot changes.
Yeah.
Especially in the NHS. Medications just changes.
Was it kind of like starting a new job?
Yeah, I felt like an absolute newbie going into the office, and like I think there was about 5 members of staff I recognised. Everyone else was new. And I was like, when did you get here? They were like, are you new? I was like, no, I've worked here for like 2.5 years. And they went, oh, we've been here for the last 5 months. And then it clicks in your head, oh my God, a lot does actually change. But at home, because I was at home and I'm just doing like day-to-day stuff, it didn't feel like that long a time. That makes sense? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it will do. And plus, it's probably the littler changes that you wouldn't notice on a normal day-to-day basis that have like added up to big changes while you've been on.
Yeah, like they had a complete system shuffle round. So I'm going in still trying to log in as normal. Like, oh, we don't use that system anymore. We don't use that system anymore. And I was like, what? We've been using this since the dawn of time. What the hell? Well, so yeah, I felt like it was like a completely new job.
I bet you though, before you went off, you were like, I need a new system. I hate this system. And now you're like, give me my old system back.
Yeah, I really was.
We don't like change.
Yeah, I don't like change. I'm too old for change.
You know, considering like how impulsive I am and how like much I love being outside and doing all that. If something changes slightly, technology wise, I'm like, nope, can't do it.
Oh.
Give me my BlackBerry back.
Oh my God, BlackBerry.
BBM.
I was laughing at someone put a picture up of like a pager. It was a Motorola pager, and I was like, my God.
I stole our Steve's one when we were kids because he was older than me and he got all that stuff. I stole his, and I remember getting a message off him saying, "Get me pager home now." I didn't need a pager.
No.
I was like 14. Almost the time I stole his brand new big house coat and went camping.
Yeah.
But he didn't go camping. Why did he get the big house?
Yeah, he didn't really do anything major outside.
He was a homebody and he liked Legos. I was a camper one and he got the big house. Anyway,
so what have you been up to?
Actually quite a weird week. Not the best emotionally, as you know. I've phoned you and cried to you about many times. But I've also managed to, I don't want to say start a new business, it's not, it's just build on the one I've already got. So the PT now, it's PT, hypnotherapy, life coaching and CBT all combined. So we can do all packages and that, but I obviously will, as time goes on, advertise that a bit more. But yeah, we've been working on that, doing a business plan for that with our Wendy. And
I love your Wendy.
I know what we did. We had the Hot Water Comedy Club on Sunday.
Oh.
We actually went out together.
We went out.
We spent time outside of a house together.
Yeah.
Went to.
Yeah, that was it. That was Sunday.
Yeah, we went to see. Who was it? It was our Dan. My brother was on, and then there was the other Danny. Is it Danny McLaughlin, the fella presenter? Yeah, Danny McLaughlin or something like that. He was really funny. I liked him.
Do you know what I thought for a compere? He was absolutely brilliant.
He's a proper comic as well, though. He was just doing the compare bit there.
I just thought he bridged everything really well.
And then that young kid who I didn't like when he first came on, Alfie. I had pains by the time he went off. I don't think I've ever laughed so much. And obviously our Dan smashed it. I'm not just being biased there. He did.
He smashed it. And that was the first time I'd seen him. And I was like, it was so strange because I had like a pure big sister proud moment. And I was thinking, I'm not even your sister and I feel proud.
See what I say when I go, I'm like a seal.
Yeah.
You can't help it though. It's just, I get so emotional. I end up watching other people see if they're laughing like I'm going to fight them if they're not. But I didn't have to worry because he did smash it. He always does. I don't think he's ever had a bad show when I've been there anyway.
Yeah.
But that was, and you could see so at home up there.
Yeah. It's so at home is calling. I did say that to him. I said, this is so your calling.
Yeah. I don't know how he does it. We were saying this, Remy. I don't think I could get on the stage and try and make someone laugh purposely. People normally laugh at me, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we did. We had a good time. Me and you had fun when we were just waiting for the acts to come in as well.
Yeah. I am a bit sick as well, I've noticed.
No, it's not even. The funniest though is sitting right next to me, and then we ordered a share box of, what do we have?
It was the Greek, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Lagos. Shout out to Lagos. Oh, amazing.
And you sat right next to me and you asked our Dan's mate to swap so you could sit facing me because we needed to share the food.
I just feel it's easier when you're sat facing each other to share.
And you seriously? You were that close to me.
I know, but then when you're sat next to someone, it's like leaning over them, sort of. That's just how I feel. Weird. But we still had it.
Yeah,
it was fun. We still shared it okay. It was just, yeah. This is what I mean. This is like, why do you think I'm autistic?
I just think you're special. But then we are two peas in the pod. I won't say what I normally say, but two peas in the pod when it comes to that.
Yeah.
This week, I thought we could talk about social media.
Brilliant.
And the part that unfortunately plays in all our lives.
Yeah.
Now, for me, social media has a place in the world.
Yeah.
In that it is needed for certain things. And like, I use it a lot for promo and work, for the podcast, stuff like that. But there is the downside to social media as well.
Yeah.
The bad side to it. No, I'm not talking about trolls and that at this point. But I mean, I've done it myself. I'll go on there feeling pretty much okay. Scroll through a few things, you start comparing your life to other people's, and you'll come off like 10 minutes later and you'll just feel awful. I think they call that doom scrolling now, which kind of makes sense.
How is there a name for that?
Apparently so. If I'm getting it right, there is a doom scrolling, and I think that's what it is. But I am old, and I may be completely off the mark with what doom scrolling is there. Feel free to tell us, because we are old. And I think we with the last generation that grew up without social media. I didn't have a phone until I was 16.
Yeah, it's been when I was 14.
You were spoiled. We had this last week with the Super Soaker. I had a washing up liquor bottle, you had the Super Soaker. I was a middle child, you were quite clearly the youngest.
I'm the baby. I'm the baby of the baby and the only girl.
I was the only girl.
I never you're middle child. Yeah, that's different. You could be the only girl in the family. But if you're the middle child... Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on social media?
I think when used right, it's an excellent tool. Like, I love it. I love Facebook, like, although I do try and get into Instagram a little bit more. I am more a Facebooker. I am old school that way. But I go on it to keep in touch with my family that don't live close to me. So I think when you're doing that, and even not even just family, like friends, like from school and stuff, that you're just like, I'd love to know how they're getting on. But boom, you can see it on Facebook without talking to.
To be social.
Yeah, the antisocial side.
I'm just thinking, well, I've got your and Sam's number, so I'll just text you to see what's going on.
Our school sites, and you've got, like, Mr. Dennis always puts stuff on there from, like, when we done plays and...
Yeah, I wasn't in any of them.
I was. I filmed one.
It was school. Probably wasn't on a Wednesday. it meant getting on the stage, and we knew that was never happening when I was in school.
Yeah, and it was of an evening.
But it's so funny, you know, like I put pictures on me Facebook and Instagram the other day of me in the Scout, and I'm front and centre in all the pictures. You can see I'm happy in school. I'm on none, apart from the official school ones that you had at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. And what were them days? We used to contact days where they just used to take the photos.
Yeah.
And you never knew.
Oh, I'm on a couple of them. I remember being in a group with Terry.
Yeah.
And he says full name then. And we had to design trainers, and he come up with the name You Are So.
Oh my God, how the hell do you remember that?
Because it was the funniest name ever. We said fast. We were like 15.
My God. I do remember seeing pictures. Mr. Dennis put pictures on, and we were in Aintree Racecourse.
Oh no, this one was in the hall. That's probably why I was only in no school hall.
No, this was in. No, the summer you were on them.
Am I?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
They're a rarity, them, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, because there is. I think you're sitting next to me and Sam.
There's a surprise. I was with you and Sam.
But yeah, they're on there. I'll have to find them.
Yeah, you show me. I always go on there. I look for pictures of my mum because I'm thinking there's more chance of finding pictures of my mum than there is of me.
But that's another thing. Like I've seen pictures of our Paul, which is very rare because he was not one for like anything because he was really shy. And there's a picture on there of our Tony.
Oh.
So you're talking like back in the
your Tony used to be really loving that.
Yeah, yeah. He was in a football kit because he played football for the school.
How much older than us is your Tony?
He's 12 years older than us. He was born in 1972. He's like in his 50s now. But yeah, he was in all sports. He's done basketball, football, like anything. So I love social media side for that. I love it when you see like, it's just like if you've got a business, like you said, you know, if you've got a business, it's great. It's like the equivalent of taking a page in the Echo and like promoting your business, only it's seen further. So therefore, like I should say, like remote. Yeah. You're doing like your PTing remotely.
Yeah.
But you could be training someone who lives in London. So then they pass it on to then you have like client base in London and you know, things like that.
You know what I've just meant to say? I was checking to see how the podcast was getting on the other day. I don't really check it because I don't want to know. And apparently people in the US have been listening to us. Yeah, we've had 2 plays in the US. No, I was like, okay, get off it now. Don't want to know any of that. I'm quite happy to think no one's listening to you. Thank you, our little US viewers.
Yeah, thank you everyone that listens. Yeah. Wow, that's really
that's
amazing. Well, it's good because if it's like two listens, at least they may have come back and listened again so they can understand us.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people understand Scouse accent.
No, that's why it takes me forever to edit it because I have to make sure the transcript that goes with it is spot on.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we'll say something and then what it thinks we've said really isn't. Yeah, what do you normally post on your social media?
I'm quite private in me personal life. There are some little milestones I'll put on, like say if it's the kids' birthdays, and that's purely for my family to say. But I don't know how you put it to privacy setting, so I just stick it out there. So you know, our Elijah will be devastated as he gets older and he finds all these pictures of him have gone out of him as a baby. Wasn't so much because I think social media was just really taken off.
Well, that's actually how we got back in touch because I was thinking last week, like after we spoke about us falling out.
Yeah.
And it was actually you posted a picture online of you holding Ethan.
Yeah,
in the hospital.
Done an album. Yeah. I don't even know how I'd done
and
it.
I think I commented it or liked it, and then you said like thanks and that, and it just from there.
Just went from there again.
Because you came round to mine, and Ethan was in his carrier.
God, yeah, and Tig was pushing.
Yeah, because we were watching the cat. I had a cat. And it went over, and we were like, oh, we'll just watch, because obviously babies and cats and milk and stuff. And like Ethan kicked his legs, didn't he, a little bit? Because the cat went by him, and then the cat went away, but then he went back over, because Ethan giggled.
Yeah.
And he just kept going for a bit, and I was just like, and Tig was, to be honest, he didn't want anyone but me. He was not.
Yeah.
He was not a people cat.
But I remember him coming to. He used to come down and say hello, and then go back upstairs.
When you come in, he'd get off the bed and come downstairs.
Yeah, come down and say hello, and then go back upstairs. And you go upstairs, and you had that room,
spare
room, and it was full of teddies, and you just see this little Tigger cat,
It was full.
in all the teddies. I was like, oh my God.
That room was literally set up for the kids, for Josh and that to stay over, or for me to sleep in when the head was doing murder.
Yeah.
And then I learned, no, you kick them out the bed.
Yeah, well, I learned that.
Anyway, I had a
Like things that I find funny, proper random crap that probably most people would probably see it and think, what the hell is she doing?
Emma's off her meds.
Yeah, yeah, my feet might be a little bit janky at the minute.
Yeah.
Find it a bit of an outlet sometimes.
Yes. You know, I tend to post stuff that makes people think they know a lot about me. They don't. So I'll post pictures of the dogs. I'll do it when we've been hiking.
Yeah,
I did put a few things on about my brother, and I do post certain things about, like I done a post the other day, like it was a check-in post. That's keep me accountable to my goals. And like I'm the same as you, it's like that's my private life. That's just like the bare minimum I put on there about what's going on. It's not really, you wouldn't really know a lot about what was going on. Like you wouldn't know what I've been through this week from my social media.
yeah, yeah.
You look at that and you think, oh, she's having a laugh, she's having a ball. But I think a lot of people are like that, isn't it? And it is like a highlight reel more than anything.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand these people that live their life through Facebook. I think that is a very bad thing for themselves, like it'd be like Emma is going to have a bath.
Do you remember when you used to be that? It just be
eating her dinner.
you always have to have is on it. Yeah, when you started.
I was like, Emma is going to the toilet. Why would anybody want to know if you're going to sit on that toilet for half an hour?
I don't know. And do you know what I don't get is when people are like, they post about being with someone that they've been with for a week. Don't get me wrong, if I was with someone and it was going well and we were together, I probably would post them because you spend time with them and,
Yeah.
you know, but some people like, oh, my whole world. And you're like, mate, you've had a solar system this year, back it off a bit. No, but you know who I mean as well. There's certain people that we both know that do that.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, which planet are you with this then? But then I do like it when you see someone and you know they've had like years of time in relationships and they're with someone and I'm like, I like that.
Yeah.
How do I super like these for you?
Yeah. And I love that when you know that when someone's had like a bit of a rough time, when they've been through a bit of a hardship and really shite, and then you just see them happy.
Yeah.
Like I love seeing people happy.
Yeah.
And I don't even know why. I like seeing people succeed. Like some people go, oh, have you seen them posting such and such about that? And I just think, what's on them?
Yeah.
I'm made up.
Yeah. You know what people need to realise though? If someone else's success doesn't stop yours.
Yeah.
You stop yours by being negative and being lazy and being unmotivated. If they've got off their ass and gone and done something, for example, Sam.
Yeah.
She's done well, honestly. The hardships that girls had in life you wouldn't know about. I'm not going to mention them because it's not for me too. But even with the shop, she had trouble in the last shop and she took herself out of it and she got herself going again and nothing stops her. And you're just like, you know what? And fair play to you because you went through hell when you were a kid.
Yeah.
You went through hell in school at times.
Yeah. I think I love it when you just see someone just not give up.
Yeah.
And then they get what they've been fighting for.
Yeah. I honestly think like Sam is an inspiration.
Yeah. I think like for me, I've known Sam since we were like early primary school. We were like infants, I think, when she first came. It was year 2. So we've known each other quite a long time. And I just feel like just seeing her do so well. Oh, I'm so proud.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for her.
Yeah.
And like hands up, I haven't been to the shop yet. I do watch all the stuff.
Yeah.
It's just I haven't had time to go. And I know that I'll end up spending a bloody fortune, so I haven't got the money either.
I went in the other week to get wax melts, right? Because she had these Disney inspired ones. And, Disney. And I went in, and don't get me wrong, they absolutely fit. When I went in, it should have cost me £4. Almost £30 later to come out. So I've been saging my house.
I know, well, that's why I'm a bit reluctant to go in, because I know she's got crystals. Yeah. I know, but your spider plant did have a baby, so it needed a home.
It did. And it does say Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which is the song we have for our stay.
Yeah.
which I reckon Sam well played me on. Yes, Sam, you played me. I know you did. Bit like.
But I just know because like the wax melts are amazing. The smell is just like it's not one of them that you get from the shop and you burn like
she makes them all herself, doesn't she?
yeah. So if you burn them, I think you gave me some, didn't you? And I burnt one in there, and then it didn't obviously all go. So I relit it the following day. The smell was still as strong
get
as it
two
was the
feet.
first.
Yeah, you get a couple of days. Get out of them. You need to pay us for this promo, don't you?
Yeah, it's just
Incredible
like-
Wax. Incredible Wax.
Incredible Wax on Lineker Road.
Yeah.
Um,
Go down, mention me and Emma. You won't get a discount. Just mention me and Emma anyway.
yeah,
She'll be like,
she'll be happy to see you.
Yeah.
She's really, really lovely as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the nice side
Yeah.
of social media. That's the useful side of it.
even the things like I'll send you all funny memes, especially if I know you're feeling a bit down. And I'll send you things about we say we call each other an octopus. And I'll send a thing like, we found that there was this random fact the other day about octopus just like to punch fish in the face for nothing. I was like, that's so us. Not that we punch people.
We envision it.
Yeah.
But don't actually.
And then there was another one, I wish it was an octopus so I could slap 8 people at once.
Yeah. Oh, I could have used that this week.
But do you know what else I use it for? So, obviously I'm single. I get messages off people. So I will then go on to their page and see what type of things they post. Right? So it is a bit spying, but also that I've got it open to the public or they've added me as a friend.
Yeah.
And I do see what type of post they post. If they're posting things about smoke and weed or whatever, it's a no-no anyway.
Yeah.
So I use it to gauge
yeah. Yeah, it can pop up your red flags there.
Yeah, the other one for me, now I don't know whether you'd agree with this, but if I go on and I can see that a lad is commenting on many girls' posts, is liking many girls' posts,
Yeah.
that to me is a major red flag because it's the equivalent of flirting with every girl in the box.
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm just going to cast my net out and see if I can catch.
Yeah.
To me, that's a no-no.
That is a no. Yeah. That would be a...
Yeah, so I wouldn't sit there in a bar and watch a lad flirt with everyone and then let him come and talk to me.
No.
Why am I going to do it on Facebook, Instagram, whatever?
That is really good.
And for those that I think they're a little bit more secret, we have a Caitlin. Caitlin has always been like the FBI.
Oh, yeah. There is nothing that girl couldn't find out.
No, she's wasted. She should be in the FBI.
Yeah, she should be an analyst somewhere there.
So,
brilliant.
Yeah, I do use it as a background check.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like your own DBS.
Yeah, but yeah, I do, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. So
I think, you know, if I was single and I was on the dating scene, I would probably do that because I think they're like, as you say, smoking weed. Oh, this gun's boss. Look at the way this fella batters this lad, and I just think you are a knobhead.
Yeah.
It's just like I'd be like,
but like social media for me, I'm like you. I love all the quotes as well. I mean, I've got 3 of them tattooed on me. I do love quotes, so I do go through, and obviously I'm doing all the mindset stuff and that, and follow, especially on my new Instagram, follow so many like inspirational people in that way.
yeah.
But on my new one, I am a lot more careful with follow because I'm aware of how it works. Like what you look at, what comes up.
That's another thing I like. I like the fact you can follow things you like. Like I've got a guilty pleasure of watching Hollyoaks, and I don't always get to watch the whole episode. So I watch it now through Facebook, and they have the reels. I watch that, and I keep up to date with what's going on. But because like a lot of the time, I haven't got time to sit there watching stuff.
Yeah, do you follow your Hollywood people on it?
Yeah, and EastEnders as well.
I just stalked Tom Hardy.
Actually, yeah.
Tom Hardy, still follow Paul Walker because he will forever be my lost love.
Yeah.
And the lovely Zac. Zac Efron.
Efron.
I don't care.
Oh, I think he's just so handsome. Oh, even though he played Ted Bundy, I thought he was the most gorgeous Ted Bundy in the world.
My love, don't bad, my love of serial killers But that just topped it off for me. And then you had Tom Hardy being both of the Cray brothers, and I was just like,
Oh,
and this is what's wrong though. To be fair, that he shouldn't be getting and romanticizing these people.
yeah.
Oh, but tell you what, if Ted Bundy looked like Zac Efron, I'd have jumped in that car.
Yeah, you wouldn't have even had to rip me.
Yeah.
I would have just have gone willingly.
Wouldn't have even been kidnapped. You'd have give yourself up. Funny enough, it's them memes. I think I've sent you some off Facebook with it or Instagram. I do Instagram more than Facebook, where it's like me and my best friend getting kidnapped, but we can't stop laughing because this is the most effort a man's put into pulling me in a while. Anyway, this is what we like about social media.
Yeah.
What do we not like about social media?
Oh, the biggest thing for me is it does have an age restriction on it. And I know people can put in their age to whatever, but I hate the fact that school kids use it and they use it for bullying. Now, like we went through a lot of stuff with bullying with my eldest, and I just find them horrible human beings. But like years ago, you used to go out, you'd go outside in the street, have a straightener. That was it. It was done. They film it, and I think because they film it, they put it on social media, it lingers.
Yeah.
So then that's when you're getting all this like sort of turf war-y type stuff.
Yeah.
And that's how it escalates. And it's just like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And I think that social media platforms should be policed a lot more.
They should, but then I think it's also, I mean, I'm not a parent, so I don't know, but I think it should be down to the parents as well.
Oh God, yeah.
You, Emma, should be monitoring what your kids get up to online.
Well, I do. Our Ethan calls me the internet police.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't even just that. I used to monitor like his WhatsApps, and as though it's like people, you have all these people go, oh, it's an infringement on their privacy and stuff like that. They're children.
Hmm.
Grow up.
I told you about someone that I knew whose kid got groomed online.
Yeah.
He was 10.
Yeah.
They were checking, but it still happened.
Yeah.
And the police can do very little about it until something serious happens.
I know. That's what I don't agree with. If you can see, like, it's like you write a letter to someone to complain. Because you've written a letter, it's an official complaint. So when they're doing these things online, it's written down.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Apparently there's not.
It's the difference.
The site, Discord, is different. And that's why if you ever see your kids getting asked by anyone to go on Discord, tell them no. This is the one that's not unsaved, not untraceable. Yeah, I'm sure it's Discord.
It is. Because remember I said to you about Discord with our Ethan?
Yeah.
And I said, do not let them go on it. He's only been allowed on it, I'd say, the last year.
Yeah.
And I kept a very, very close eye on him. I'm quite lucky to the fact that our Ethan is quite clued up in that way to think this is happening, that's now. Because they sort of bully them on there as well, and it's disgusting. Discord to me is horrendous.
Yeah. And it's an American site as well, so it's very hard to track anything. Yeah. I just think it's disgusting that the police can't do anything about it, especially when the person I knew, photos were getting sent. 10-year-old was getting asked to send photos.
Yeah.
But it's because whoever, like, he's 10 years of age and everyone's your mate, especially if someone sells you online, that's your mate.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm just as guilty as doing it out on my mate in work or my mate from down the road. They're not my mates, the people I work with, and it's someone that lives down the road.
Yes, the neighbour.
Yeah. And we've had this conversation. We need to get comfortable saying my neighbour, my work friend, my work colleague. Not that everyone's your mate, but because we do it, the kids do it.
Yeah, I think I did have this conversation with our Ethan when he was young, and it was sort of like, as people were starting to play online, he might have been playing Fortnite, I think. So you've got to think Fortnite, you can play with anyone around the world. And he was like, oh, well, my friend on Fortnite. And I had to explain to him, this person is not your friend. It's like, can you see them? No. Can you visit them? No. Are they in your school? No. What's their date of birth? I don't know. So therefore, they are not your friend. It's like, do you know where they live? That was the other one. Do you know where they live? No. Well, then they're not your friend then. because you'd always know where your friends live.
I'm just as bad, and I know you're just as bad
Oh,
for it.
I do. I'm terrible for saying, oh, my mates in work.
Yeah.
And half the time, they're not my mates in work. I think I've got, out of friends in work, I've got one group friend, which I did sort of have a connection with, and that was Sophie.
Yeah.
But you go to a house, you go out.
Get to your friends outside of work.
We are, yeah.
Yeah,
It's not just a work friendship.
it is mad, and I do think, just again, I'm not a parent, maybe I shouldn't comment on it. I do think parents need to get that into the kids a lot more.
Yeah. Do you know what though? You sit there and you're telling the kids this.
Yeah.
And we go through it. As I say, we had a bit more of a fight with Ethan because Ethan was like, but they're my friends, because he was struggling for friends in school.
Is that also because of Ethan?
It might have been because of his autism.
Yeah.
It could all be stemmed to that as well. With his Asperger's, it's just, he felt,
It's black and white with him, isn't it?
yeah, there's no in between.
Yeah,
There's no
so
grey.
that's my friend,
Yeah.
or I don't know them.
Yeah. So we did have to do a lot of work with Ethan, and that was why he only got Facebook this year.
Yeah.
When he turned 16.
Well, he hasn't had me as a friend, so I'm going to be having words with Ethan when I see
I
him.
think it's, no, Instagram. He's got Instagram.
Well, when you get in, tell him his godmother is
What?
not very happy with him.
Because he, yeah,
Yeah.
friend request. Yeah, so he only got Instagram this year, and he got Twitter. Yes,
I hate Twitter. Twitter is the most vile place you can be.
Well, he only got that because of something to do with the gaming community, and he does the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So he asked, could I have that? So I said, well, you're 16. We went through everything with him, and I said, do you understand? You know, like, and I was like, because you need to have this in your head. Plus, Ethan has very strong opinions on things, so we had to, yeah.
I wonder where he could get that from, Emma.
I know, but I still, as you said, he's very black and white, so he doesn't understand things. It's so bizarre to try and navigate the autistic mind.
I think it's so interesting as well, though.
But he's got very strong political views, or Ethan. So I think he had a bit of it to do with someone on X over political policies. Ethan at 16, he gets very focused on stuff, and he knows his shit because he just reads it. He's like a sponge.
I know when I was doing hypnotherapy on him the other day, and I was talking about the brain and how it works and your conscious and subconscious mind, he was proper like getting into it, wasn't he? I think he might want to do psychology degree. You know, I went down to you and I was like,
yeah, I actually had to pull out my psychology stuff and show him, because I'd done one about the mind.
Yeah.
Not that long ago, and it was how the mind works.
so
It
interesting.
was a lot about dementia and Alzheimer's and stuff like that, as well as how it was, what was it called? Memory, mind and memory. And it was about different ways you can train your sides of your brain to retain information, and about your long-term memory and your short-term memory, and how you get your brain to trick your brain to remember. And if you don't want to remember something, you know, like some people say, I've got a black spot there, you know, like, because your brain, you haven't trained your brain that you want to retain that information, and it does just get lost.
It's also your brain's way of protecting itself.
Yeah.
Because I've said to you before, on Dad's funeral, there is parts I can't remember, parts in the hospital I can't remember.
Yeah.
And I've tried. And probably if I had done it on hypnosis, I'd get it because it's there.
Yeah.
But my body's just gone, my mind's gone, no.
But there is a part of your brain that, you know, them things that you don't want to remember.
Yeah.
It retains them.
Like a filing cabinet at the back.
Yeah.
The way I look at it, yeah.
But there are the things that you really don't want to remember. It discards. And it's so interesting. So I went through that with Ari. So thanks for that.
Yeah. No, I just love the fact that you've got your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. And when I was doing my course, it was always shown to us as a iceberg.
Yeah.
So you've got your conscious mind is the tiny little bit above the water.
Yeah.
Your subconscious is underneath. So I just think it's so interesting. Honestly, wish we'd have done more about that in school, because I'd have probably gone down that route as a career a lot sooner than I did.
Well, that's what I'm doing at home. It's just interesting.
Oh, I've got my life coaching, haven't I? I've got my CBT, I've got my hypnotherapy. I found my Reiki certificate, which I forgot I'd actually done my level 1 in Reiki.
Oh,
I
wow.
done it the week before lockdown, didn't I? And we went into lockdown.
Oh, my God, yeah.
So I've got a lot of Reiki and Reiki on my dog. No,
That's actual thing, you know.
I know.
People pay fortunes in like, down south in like the Cotswolds and stuff like that.
But anyway, back to social media.
Yeah, so we had to go through all this with Ethan, and he had it to do because obviously he knew of stuff. This person didn't. He brought it to me and was like, "Oh, I've just had murder with this fella," and he did get like a 3-day ban or something like that. But
It's
it was
weird. I'm
right.
proud of him.
It was like when I went off, for God's sake, 'cause I thought, "Oh, what's he said? He's probably said a load of crap." And when I looked, he was actually spot on in what he was saying, and his arguments, he never swore in them. He was just very, very to the point, and I was so strangely proud of him.
I would be honest, I wouldn't have a clue when it comes to politics.
No,
I know the basics.
yeah, I know bits because, as I say, with the social media, I follow it, and I read.
I don't watch the news. I don't read the news. I have nothing to do with the news, do I? Because it scares me. Because the world's a scary place.
But this one is called Free on your. It's to do with your update news, but it has certain sections on politics, and I read it every day.
I do not watch anything to do with the news. I haven't since well before lockdown because it frightens me.
Well, I watch ITV because BBC is very biased. ITV isn't.
They're all biased.
Channel.
They're all controlled.
Well, Channel 5 for me as well are very good with their news.
The media's all controlled. Everything's controlled by the government. Let's go down that route. Let's do conspiracies. No, we'll do that when we want to get cancelled, we'll do conspiracies.
So yeah, so he was spot on with it. I couldn't even believe it, actually. But he was doing YouTube as well. See, that's another, which I would never have thought as a social media platform.
I love YouTube. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
My skydive videos on there, and my boxing one.
is it?
Yeah. You won't find a boxing one unless you know my name though. My boxing name I had.
I know what your boxing is.
And we keep it that way.
Yeah.
The skydive one's just under my name. It's on our Danny's thing actually. Our Dan's got his own. But yeah, it's on there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Skydive one's really funny because before it you can see when I'm a little bit nervous because the camera's on me and I can't stand still. But my dad and I staying on it.
I was talking to your dad about Twitch because Ethan's on Twitch.
What the fuck is Twitch?
Twitch is like the gaming platform.
Oh, okay.
Of
I am so old. YouTube. Listen, I told our Danny we were on TikTok the other day. We are on TikTok now.
Are we?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I haven't even got a TikTok account.
I know it's under mine. And we've also got an Instagram page.
Yeah.
The Optimus Pod.
Awesome.
You're actually on there talking.
You poor people.
By the way, I didn't realise how scally you were till I started editing your voice.
Do you know what? I was sat in my car this week. When went Thursday, yesterday. Sat in my car this week and I was eating my dinner and I thought, do you know what? I've been putting off listening because I hate listening to myself anyway. Like I hate looking at photos of myself. And I just thought, you know what? Balls to it. I'm gonna listen. Because obviously I need to listen to it. I put it on and I was like, oh my God. Do you know husky and how scally I sound?
You know that's cleaned up as well because you go on and the app I used to do it on online. It says remove filler words, so that's all like and The other day it was an hour and 50 minutes that we recorded. Went on and the first thing I did was remove the filler words. 324 times we said like between the two of us.
That's hilarious.
324 times.
I didn't even feel like I'm saying it. Look, I've just said like again, but that was in a sentence.
That's okay. But
but like,
do you know what we do a lot in as well? And I've noticed, obviously we're talking and we must do this in real life. Oh, yeah. Because every now and then you'll say something and we go, yeah. And then when I talk, you're like, yeah. That's right. Honest to God. And I know I'm doing it purposely now this week. Slowing down now at all. But there's certain parts on last week where I get excited and I just go, dead fast we can. And I'm like, no, people can't understand you. Emma can't.
It's like talking in a pitch that only dogs can hear.
Yeah.
But we know what it is.
But that's the thing, like, I talk pretty fast anyway.
Yeah.
But then when I get excited, you get so aware. Like, I am so aware now when I'm talking that even now I'm like, don't say them words. That's why this week I've been trying to be like, to be like to me. Yeah, that's why I'm just nodding at you. If nothing else, right, we're going to learn to speak properly to this.
Oh wow, this is like free elocution lesson.
Anyway, social media. Not the fact that we talk like goblins. Not being a
I've
Stanley
lost my
speaker.
train of thought now.
Ethan's on Twitch.
Yes, he's on Twitch, which apparently your Dan's meant to be following him. So I don't know whether he's added him.
Don't know. I'll have to ask him.
It was a conversation we had. He was like, I follow him. So I told Ethan went, he's the comedian, isn't he? I was like, yeah. And he was like, he's so good. I'm like, oh, okay.
Not famous yet, kiddo. He will be though. He's so good. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go off on that. So, you know the other thing about social media?
Yeah.
I don't like. You're the same as me. If you don't want to talk to someone, you will not talk to them. If they phone you, you'll happily sit there and watch your phone ring.
Yeah.
I will read a message on WhatsApp, then ticks will turn blue. And I will still not reply if I don't want to. But then you'll go on social media and you'll just be scrolling through and you'll get a message of someone going, I've messaged you, why haven't you got back to me? And apparently putting, because I don't want to, tends to piss a lot of people off. Why? If I put to you, because I'm not in the mood, you'll be like, all right, Tom, text me later. Or need anything, you know where I am. I don't know why people get pissed off at this.
No. And if you delete them, it's like you might as well go down and slap them in the face with a fish. It's like the ultimate, like, smack in the face. And I don't get that.
When I turned my other Instagram private, I took so many people off. And these people haven't spoke to me in years. Because obviously it was my full PT one, wasn't it? And they had messages out and took me off. Mate, I haven't spoke to you. Last time I spoke to you, my mum was with us.
Yes. No.
Why? Because apparently because you want to. Again, it's not a right thing.
It was like when your husband said to me, oh, I've deleted you off for something, I went, how have you? I don't care.
That's because you were guilty by association.
Yeah. Oh, well, I always get the blame. So
Yeah.
I'm not even there half the time when I get the blame.
I just love the fact they come to you and they'll be like, hey, Lindsay's doing this. Like, you're going to turn around and go, how dare she? Wait, I will go and tell her right away. And you're just like, she's done it for a reason now, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Like you don't know. Like, I haven't automatically rang you and gone.
Yeah. But I just think, why is it such a thing? You know, like, when you don't speak to these people, why does it offend them so much?
Because they can't see what you're up to. They've got nothing better going on in their lives. They like to know what other people are doing so they can slag you up.
I just think in general life as well. Like, and I just think, what?
People are very bitter. It's what we were saying before. They don't want to see people doing well. They don't want to see people succeeding. They don't want to see people happier than them. You're all right if you stay at their level.
Yeah.
You go higher, or you look happier, or you dare do something that they wouldn't do.
Oh. See, like, I had an auntie, and I mean, my aunties are a lot older. You know, like, she would have been nearly 90 if she was still alive. But at the time, like, when I put the thing on of our Ethan, this was 16 years ago, I put that album on of Ethan, and everyone was like, all the family were like, friend requested me, and this, that, and the other. But as time wore on, she took me off. And I remember we went to see her, and she was like, no, Emma, I know I've taken you off Facebook. I didn't even know. And I was like, oh, have you? Why? And she was just like, because just the stuff you put on is just not for me. And I went, oh, that's fine. And I said, don't worry about it. Like, I'm not bothered. And she went, because sometimes when you get deleted, it's supposed to be like that I don't like you, but I do. It's just that I don't want to look like stuff.
She said that would make me think she doesn't like me.
And she was like, but I do. It's just that I don't like the stuff you post because it's not relevant to me. And I went, all right, like, I'm not bothered. But you know, in the social media world, if someone done that, it's like the most ultimate thing. When you actually think about it, it's a plausible. If you're not liking what someone's putting on all the time, and they always say, oh, don't, God, what do you always say? If you don't like it, delete me. But as soon as you delete them, you're like wasting the world. What's that about?
You know,
Why?
someone deletes
Don't
me.
understand it.
Someone deletes me or whatever. I don't know, because there must be people that sit and go through, well, why have I got one less follower? Why is this? Why is that? I have no idea.
No.
I'd know it. To be fair, I'd probably know if you did, because send you that many memes. If you didn't come up on my search list, I'd be very angry. But to me, if you want to take me off, take me off. Because
Yeah.
maybe I'm posting what you don't like. I don't know. Maybe you're not into the gym, hiking dogs, whatever. But to me, certain other people deleting me is literally the trash taking the top off. I don't care.
Yeah.
I do love that saying. I don't care. I mean, my block list on Facebook. Have I ever showed you my block list? So I don't speak to my mum's family, my aunties and my uncles.
Yeah.
My block list is like an old Christmas card list for that family. I'll have to show, and it's so funny in that, like, there's not one person on my block list that I am not related to. But
I
like,
know, but that to them is like the ultimate slap in the face.
But
But to you, you're just thinking, what's the point in you being there?
well, for me, our Dan leaves them on there. He's not bothered. Let them see what I'm doing. For me, I'm again, the private side of me.
Yeah.
I don't want you to know. You've got no right after what you have done to know what I'm up to in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
They don't have access to me in real life, so why should they on social media?
Yeah. I think that's another thing I don't like about social media is the fact that anybody can search you up.
That's what I was saying before. People think as well they've got instant access to you.
Yeah, and it's like they've got a divine right to have that access
Yeah.
to you. And I think, no, if I wanted you to have that access, I'd give it to you.
If I
I'd speak to you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. If I wanted to message you back, I would do.
Yeah.
Some days I get that burnt out, especially if I've had loads of clients in PT-wise, or if I've done hypno sessions, that takes it out of me as well.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got people telling you the problems and stuff. And it does drain me on some days, and some days I just need to switch off.
Yeah. To recharge.
And do my own thing. And we always joke, don't we, say we're like Sims.
Yeah.
In that we have levels.
Mhm.
And once the social levels gone down, you need to just leave us alone to fill it back up.
Yeah.
By the way, see, there's a Sims movie coming out.
I did, Margot Robbie.
Did you do it?
I was meant to send it to you and I couldn't figure out.
I think I sent it to you and I sent it to our Dan, and he was like, I know, I've seen it. I was like, I am far too happy by this. And if he had, like, me and Emma going to see it, we're going to be Sim. We all dress like Sim. And I was like, so we just put triangles above our heads, yeah. Diamonds. But we'll do it. Well, no, yeah, it made me laugh because we only said about Sim last week, and then I seen the movie come out. I do like Sim. Social media, people think they've got this instant access to you and they've got the right to know everything.
Yeah, but and they think as well that their opinion is the only opinion.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing on social media is someone else is always there to challenge that opinion.
Yeah. And we'll usually be able to back it up.
Yeah.
I find, like, especially people around our age are the worst for it.
I think because we grew up not having it. So we have it and we're like, oh.
For me, I just love the memes. How many times, like, have I tagged you in a post? Because my dream is I will live in a farmhouse one day.
Yeah.
I will have a porch with a swing, and me and Emma will play on this porch swing with our cups of tea, because that's how old we are. And we will quite happily sit there while my goats run around.
Yes. Our pygmy goat.
Which Emma wouldn't let me buy for a Bertie.
No, I don't want one, but I'll get you one. They're too vicious little fuckers then, you know. Went to the bloody farm and they were butting the thing at me. Elijah was like, is that what Lindsay wants to get you for your birthday? And I was like, yeah.
For me, though, like, I will have my farmhouse, but how many times I tag you in a picture going, this is my farmhouse, I want, no, this one is. I use social media for the fun side of it.
Yeah.
I would never dream of going on there and saying, tagging anyone up funny. Ever.
Yeah.
The other scary thing is, quite relevant, them poor little girls in Southport the other week.
Yeah.
How quick fake names went round.
Yeah. And how quick it can, like, really mar someone's name.
Yeah. I know some woman's just being done for it, even though she took it down and apologised, saying it was the wrong name they'd done it for it. It was on the news the other day.
And she's mental and mortified. But if you don't know your facts, don't put it on there. It's out there forever.
Yeah. That's the other downside of it. But then, have you been on where they've gone, like, this kid's gone missing within an hour, the kid's being found?
Yeah.
Plus side of it.
The plus side, yeah.
But for me as well, obviously, I follow all the pet sites.
Yeah.
And then you see both sides of that as well. But yeah, social media is...
I think there's good and bad side to it.
Yeah.
But I think people need to be educated on it.
Yeah. You know the other thing I don't like now? There's sites on there, and apparently there's one, I think it's called fish.com. And basically, say you just started dating Danny. You can put a picture on and see if anyone else is dating her at that minute in time.
Wow.
Yeah, great. There was one on there the other week about Lee, and she got told to go and check Claire's law. I think it's Claire's law, the domestic violence law.
Wow.
So yeah, that's a good thing. But what stops me going on and going, I don't like him as new boyfriend. I'm going to say, I'm going to set up a fake account, say I'm dating him.
Yeah. Well, I never thought of that.
Anyone can put a post. This is what you've got to watch on Instagram and stuff, isn't it? Because me and you can now sit here and make a post up, go, 89% of the world male population kids, and put it out there, and people will share that, and people will think, well, look.
Yeah, and within minutes, that would be halfway across the world.
You've just got to watch what you're reading and stuff on there, because there is so much misinformation on it.
Yeah.
So much misinformation.
Well, I always say, don't always believe what you read.
Yeah.
That was one of the conversations we did have with Ethan.
I said it to you. Was it last week or the week before? Last week messing around. Well, it was on Instagram, so it must be true. Obviously, yeah, it was said and yes.
Yeah.
But
people do think that. Yeah, they do live by that, and you just think, really? Pick up a book?
Yeah.
I would say go to the library.
You don't even need to pick up a book. See the little thing at the bottom called Google? Give that a click and put it in. Read. Make your own opinion.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Oh, on Instagram it says this. Well, I've read into this.
When with Instagram, it's sort of like,
yeah.
No, sorry, it's not. But then if you put on there and challenge and say, oh, actually, no, then you're considered a troll.
Yeah.
But then you have proper trolls.
Is a troll just a keyboard warrior? Is that the same thing, or is it different? Because to me, I always thought keyboard warrior would be someone that just put, like, I don't know, Karen didn't do the dishes, blah, blah, blah. And then, but a troll is someone that was, like, more the bullying side of it.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm doing this like I'm typing, by the way. No, I'm not appreciate that. And I definitely don't type with my pinkies in the air. Not a no.
Very special.
Yeah. This is why we do hands-on stuff. No. Yeah. Practical stuff. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a long day. It's a Friday night. It's 8:45.
Yeah.
It's been a long
week.
It's been a long life. You know why I'm into therapy so much? Because I've had that much of it myself. I'm not even joking.
And you know what? My CBT coach actually said to me, because I was talking about different things, and I was like, I've been doing the 5 things you can say, you know, all that with our Elijah, like calming them down, but making like a game of it.
Yeah.
So he doesn't actually really know he's getting calm or what it's actually about. And my CBT coach was just like, well, I'm sending you this, so then you've got tools to go and like teach people yourself, Emma. And I went, I can't teach people that. She was like, well, you can, because you've done quite a lot of practice.
That's probably, I've had that much therapy. I don't even need to go and get a degree in it. I've got life experience.
Life experience is worth far more than any degree.
What qualifies you to give me coaching? Take a seat, love. Put your feet up.
Have you got all week?
Up until I was 28, I would say nothing. The last 12 years, I've been an awful steep learning curve. I have no idea why I'm talking like this.
It's easier to transcript.
Proper English. Is it King's English now or Queen's English? What would it be?
Well, they always say it was called the Queen's English.
Yeah.
Because...
Why did you say it like that? Queen's English.
Queen's English. Because I think it may have been Queen Elizabeth I when it was her reign. That's when a lot of stuff was getting written down. So they called the Queen's English.
Emma's not a geek.
Not one bit. I just read free.
Oh.
Financial time, business time.
She's having a conversation by herself. Yeah, used to this.
I haven't had meds for over a week.
She is off her meds, to be fair. Right, you are. Yeah, no tears, you. Yeah. No, social media for me though, I could happily walk away from it tomorrow.
Do you know what? I feel like, and this will go into another podcast that we'll probably do later on, another episode, but it's like an addiction.
Yes, we are actually going to cover addiction. I'm just not strong enough to deal with that right now. Not that I had an addiction, but it's quite
close to home.
Close to home. It's too soon for me to speak about it without most of the podcast being me trying not to cry.
But that is another side to social media. I think that's why a lot of people can't give it up, because it is like an addiction. Like, I'll be honest, I'll wake up in the morning, first thing I do is I'll click on Facebook. It's like, I can't even, don't know why, what I do. And they have like a short thing on the news.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't remember what it's called.
You know, that's going to be massively affecting your mental health. There's actual research into it, you know.
I know. It's one of the things that I'm working on
Mm.
at the minute. It's like a safety behaviour. Like, I wake up and I'm like, and I'll grab my phone like a safety blanket and start,
Do you know,
looking.
maybe you shouldn't have missed this. I had a crush on I wouldn't say he was a celebrity, but someone quite well known.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's known. And it was only not long ago. And I used to wake up every morning and check his Instagram. No, sad that, isn't it? Really sad. And I woke up one day and checked his Instagram and he posted about having a girlfriend, and that ruined the day for him.
Wow.
It could have put me in such a shit mood. Now, I've never met this lad, never going to meet this lad, and probably wouldn't even get on with him if we did. But
The fact that that had happened
Yeah.
and you've seen it.
Yeah.
But it is kind of, as I say, it's like an addiction. And I think that is as hard to break as like,
do you know, my tablet broke, so I can't do it now. But when did I go to Estonia? 2 years ago. A couple of months leading up to going, I took every social media app off my phone and just had it on my tablet. Just on my tablet. And my screen time shot right down. Because your tablet, you'd end up leaving it on the kitchen table, in your bedroom, on the couch, and I'd be sat on the other couch, and I'd be like, I'll be asked getting up to get it.
yeah,
Didn't actually want to be checking my phone, didn't want to be doing anything. Obviously, I needed it to promote work and stuff. But I'd be sat here watching a movie, and now if my phone's next to me, I'll miss off the film playing on my phone.
yeah,
Which is why I like going to pictures, because you don't check your phone.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
if it's over there and I'm like, I don't actually need it for anything, I'm not getting up to get it.
Yeah.
I was just leave it in the bathroom because I'd take it for a wee with me, and then it'd be on the side in the bathroom. And I'd be looking everywhere, but felt so much better for it. Only put it back on because I had to take my phone and the tablet to Estonia when I went on holiday, and obviously wanted to post the pictures. And it was awkward getting back, and the signal in the room we were staying in was crap, so I'd put it all back on. And then my tablet broke, but if my tablet went broke, I'd probably do it again.
Yeah.
Because I'm ahead like a sibling, I was like, where have I put my tablet now?
Yeah. See, I've got it on my tablet. I've got Facebook on my tablet. I don't have Insta or nothing like that. Like, I've got X on there now as well.
I am not on it. We've got TikTok. We had Snapchat, but
So.
only for the filters when I used to, because obviously I haven't drank for months now, but I used to love the filter, and they used to have a Mickey Mouse filter.
Yeah.
And I got it. I'm not gonna lie, I am the biggest Disney fan. I'll say Disney fan. I'm the biggest Mickey Mouse fan ever.
Yeah.
And I used to love the fact when I was drunk I could make myself be Mickey Mouse. The filters are the cool bit.
That's what we've got Snapchat, not to actually use, it's for the filters.
Yeah.
And me and Elijah sometimes sit there when there's nothing on the telly or nothing like that and just howl, and we could be there for an hour. That's like quite nice time for us.
Yeah.
So it just amuses.
No, Snapchat is like the filters. Do you know which one's meant to be really bad? Is TikTok. No, I've never really seen the dark side of TikTok because I only post, again, our videos on it.
Yeah.
And I scroll through, but again, it's what you look at, what comes up. So all that comes up on mine is like quotes, and then there's animals, and there's this, I don't know if there's this Scottish lad, I'll have to tag you in him. He's boss. Let's see if I can find his name. And he just comes out with like, women want this, and you're like, we actually do want that. But he's like, I like women that are curvy, and you're like, mate, you're boss.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like,
You're normal.
yeah. But you know, he is quite funny. And then there's the other one I like is Paul the plumber. Yeah, he's a Geordie fella. He's had it, well, he could be Geordie or Sunderland. I don't mean to offend him if he's from Sunderland. I know Sunderland people hate getting called Geordies. I'm really sorry. He just sounds from that side of the country. He just says, he comes on, tells you random stories. He's got a little dog that's always getting him into trouble and stuff. And again, it's the accent. But I like listening to him on it as well. But mainly it's the quotes and stuff. So I've not seen the dark side of TikTok, but apparently it's the challenges that were going around at one point.
Yeah, I think because when they were doing like the dances, you know, the TikTok dances were like really big in primary schools and high schools. And there was like people doing trolling, like bullying at kids and stuff.
Yeah.
On there. I think that's quite the dark side of TikTok.
Social media for me, like I said, I could delete mine tomorrow and walk away, but work for business.
Yeah, well, that's the only thing on your side is because you need it for making a living, which I think that it's quite good on there.
So, could you delete your social media?
No,
Just no.
no. I think because I am addicted to it.
I could happily delete mine. It's all part of wanting to live away from people in the farmhouse. But I think if I'd done that, I'd want social media more, maybe. To have that connection still, because obviously, it's alright for me saying that now. I can text you and you're down the road.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, like, you did not download quite far away. It's WhatsApp. I don't think I could delete WhatsApp. A whole different thing.
Oh, that is a whole different ball game.
But I could happily delete. I could go back to my phone just being a phone.
Yeah, it's kind of like people use social media as a validation.
Which is what we were saying. You said before, of like, why do people post a whole life on there?
Yeah, it's like ego boosting.
Yeah, they want the validation, they want the likes.
Yeah.
They want that, oh, you look beautiful, or
maybe that's why I didn't put nothing on there, because
you don't need it.
No bothers.
Yeah. Just, you know, you might post a picture and you
got a load of likes on it and it's like, Lynch, you look amazing.
Only from people that I know.
Yeah.
If it's randoms that does it, I'm like, oh, you don't know me, why are you putting that? Look, I put one on the other day. Can't remember what picture it was. What one was it? Oh, me doing a monkey bars in the gym. And this lad private messaged me. So obviously he's come up with me request because I don't know him. So, you know, we on Instagram, we got the request. You look well fit doing them.
Did you send him a thumbs up?
No, I didn't.
That's one of my favourite ones. It's just like, but it can be taken either that you're happy or sarcastic, depending on if
I would have probably, like, I was just like, mate, no, why do you think that's like, no, hey, how are you, or not? No, straight in, yeah. No. And when I clicked on his profile, I was like, because obviously I didn't look.
Yeah.
I was like, mate, I could be your mum. I'm not even joking.
I know, but you do look a lot younger than your age.
Yeah, me, I'm only 25. Plus 15. Yeah. I know, do you know what? Not being big-headed, I know I look younger than 40.
Yeah.
Then again, so do you.
Yeah, I went out with Ethan and they thought that he was my boyfriend.
Yeah.
He was mortified. He was like, it's me mum. And I was like, oh God, that's my son.
To be fair, like, what was it? We were watching that Danny McLaughlin the other night and he said he was 40 and I was like, he's in our club. He's 14.
Yeah.
Which is now apparently a club of 3. One member doesn't know they're a member. Well, no,
we are a club.
You know what? Growing up, I hated looking younger. I hated it. Because even on that picture with you and Ethan, the one was saying before, where you look like 16 in the hospital. I think you were like your hairbanding and stuff, and you could hold the baby Ethan.
Yeah, I was 23.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I was old enough.
You look about 16 on the picture, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then, do you know what though? Sometimes I do think, has it worked against me in certain ways, me looking younger, for certain like job opportunities and stuff? Yeah. And
I never thought of it that way.
But at the same time, I'm not really bothered because I'm 40 and people still go, what? When I tell them how old I am.
Yeah. Someone did say to me, yeah, how old are you? About 32. I was like, oh, that's like that, yeah.
I just agree with them then.
Yeah. Of course, you know when you go,
yeah. And they go, yeah, I thought you were. And what if you go, no, I'm 40. Shut up. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Why would I lie?
Sorry, I'm 58.
Anyway, people needing outside validation, I actually do feel a little bit for them.
Because their confidence is not there. That's another thing with social media, is that breaks people's confidence. It creates a lot of problems mental health wise. I think it's awful. Because for someone, as you said, you know, like maybe you're having a really shit day and you start scrolling and it's just, you see these people who look like they've got a perfect life and it makes you feel worse, and you come up and you think, yeah, I'm at your gym, it's only 10 o'clock.
Yeah, honestly,
5 o'clock somewhere.
It affects your mood. Look at me with that. Like, you know, I've never in my life been bothered about celebrity men like that. I've never been like that. I was devastated when Paul Walker died, I'm not going to lie.
And
He was 40 when he died. He didn't look 40 when he died.
No,
He
he
did.
didn't. He can be in our club, and now he's not here.
Oh, he should
But
be.
rest his soul,
Whatever
he
club
can
he
still
wants to
be in
be.
our club.
But now I don't know why that got to me the way it did. I mean, when I say I was in a bad mood all day, come 10 o'clock, that's not bad of it. It's mad because it did make me sit there and think, wow. And this was before, so it wasn't like I was in a bad place with my brother passing away or nothing. But it did make me think, like, wow, if that can affect me, and now luckily I've never suffered mental health problems, don't suffer depression, don't suffer anxiety. My mental strength is, it has to be. I know I'm lucky in that way, a lot of people aren't, but that affects me. And I'm thinking, if you're not there, it's something as simple as that can throw me for a few hours.
Yeah.
You can see why trolling and stuff brings other people down.
Well, I always think I look at like one of the girls who used to go to school that looks like she's got like a perfect husband. Her kids are amazing.
Yeah.
They are so beautiful. And then I look at that myself, and when I've been in my low moments, I'm going, why can't I have that really nice?
Yeah.
Why haven't we progressed onto that at the same age? And you just kind of look at that. And although you don't begrudge,
Oh, I know you're talking about, and no, because she is a
do not.
sweetheart and always has been.
Yeah, I don't begrudge that at all. But it's that, like, sort of, why not me?
So if you feel like that, and you've got it's not a competition in any way.
Yeah.
You've got 2 kids and a husband. Can you imagine how someone like me sat on my own on a Friday night,
Yeah.
seeing something like that?
Yeah, and that
Edlin.
and it kind of can send you into a massive spiral. And if you've already got mental health problems anyway, it's like twice as bad. And you just think, and all you've done is just opened up an app.
Yeah.
How bad is that?
I do look sometimes and I think, why not me? Like, what did I do wrong? Like, it was just something I'd done in a past life. Like, I joke with you, and I say, like, I must have murdered a village of orphan kids in a past life because the bad luck I've had.
Yeah.
But, but then I'm strong enough to go, well, yes, she might have it on the outside, but is it like that on the inside, behind closed doors? And I know plenty of other people that look like everything's together on the outside.
Yeah.
Not on the inside, and they're not happy.
Yeah.
But that's me who can rationalise it. But any more to say about social media?
I think it's good. I think the concept is good. But I think a lot of people use it for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
And I think if you're going to use it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Remember that you're on there, and whatever you put on there stays with you forever.
For me, I don't like it when people go, social media's fault. No. Social media only exists because of what people are putting on there.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's people's fault.
Yeah.
Not social media. People need to realise that you're an adult, or at least you should be on there.
Yeah.
You're responsible for what you write, what you type, what you say, what you post. You are responsible for that. And I am so glad the police are clamping down on.
Yeah, it's like the fake media. They're clamping down on fake.
Yeah.
Because that can ruin someone's life.
Yeah.
Because I know someone who put, I didn't know them, sorry. I was reading it.
Yeah.
There we go again.
So your mate?
My mate down the road.
Yeah.
My mate on social media. Now, I remember reading social media, and someone had put on there about someone being a paedophile, and a big gang of like vigilante men went down and pinned this poor guy, and he hadn't done it. There was nothing in it. And then the person, oh, sorry, misspelling a name. That ruined that man's life.
Do you know this is why? I don't know if you've noticed this. You probably have. You know, when you're watching the true crime stuff, you'll always give the full name, including the middle name.
Yeah.
To stop misidentification.
I have noticed that. I didn't know that was why, but I have noticed.
It's like Ted Bundy. He probably would have used his middle name.
Ted Theodore Bundy.
Yeah. Because how many Ted Bundy or Edward Bundys or whatever it is?
If you had something dead popular like John Smith, how many John Smiths is there in the world?
That's it. It's to stop misidentification.
Wow. I think if you're going to use it responsibly. Don't let your children use it.
No. And also, don't say anything you're not willing to back up in the street.
Exactly.
the amount of times, especially with certain family members, not to me, but they've done it with you.
Yeah.
They've done it to one of my other cousins, calling me for all kinds. Leave me a week later and put the head down. I'm not scary. I'm 5'5.5". The half's very important. Right? No, it is. You ask any man, half an inch very important. You ask any woman, half an inch is very important. But
Bit of blue for adults there.
listen, I put on that there should not be kids listening to this.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, they're big enough to say it on Instagram. They're big enough to say it on whatever. Don't say it unless you're going to back it up in the street.
Yeah. As you say, keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
If you're not going to say it to someone's face, obviously, if you're having a bloody thing with someone who lives in Timbuktu.
Why are you arguing with someone that lives in Timbuktu?
No, but I mean, if you're having like a bit of a mix of an opinion,
Yeah.
fair enough.
You know what you do then? You take it off social media into direct messages. Keep it between the two of you.
Yeah.
Slide into the DM.
But I've never had anyone to slide into my DM.
I was saying this to one of the girls the other day, right? All these women, they go on, they're like, this lad sent me a picture of his
Doodah.
I've never had, I do not want any.
This is where Lindsay's inbox blows up.
Listen, I've never
The
looked
half
at
inches in Portland.
this thing.
Do you know what? I kinda,
Here we go with the saying before thinking again.
yeah, I kinda think I'd like to get one to see what my reaction would be.
Like, what the fuck? Danny,
Sorry, Danny. They'd be like, why don't they all look the same? You must not look like that.
poor Danny, it's a good job he doesn't listen to this podcast, you know.
Well, for all we know, he probably might do. But
He definitely doesn't, because you know he'd be sulking.
oh yeah, I'd be sleeping in a car.
That's the other thing people send through social media and stuff, in it, the direct messages and weird stuff like that. I think it's mad where people try and message celebrities on.
Yeah, as if it's like actually them.
You know, the only thing I've done that on, you'll laugh at this. But you know, I'm obsessed with Five. I was the biggest Five fan going. But my favourite was always Scott.
Yeah.
Well, I followed that Richie.
Yeah.
And the other week he was doing a live. I was bored. He was asking people for questions. So I sent one in. He answered it, and then when he died, 15-year-old me was like, right? And all it was is, when I was with Neil, he took me to see Beauty and the Beast in the Epstein in town.
I remember that.
But we got there and he went, I'm really sorry, it's not the Disney version. He went, but the lad out of Fives in it. And I was like, Emma would like it. Because he was your favourite, wasn't he? And then, so he goes in. And instead of being the opening song of Belle, no, in the movie, they're singing Belle as she's walking around the market. It was Keep On Moving.
Oh wow.
It was 5 songs combined with Beauty and the Beast, which in my head was Disney. To say Lindsay was in it, Element.
The boy done good in the end.
But I actually messaged that Richie and I was like, I seen you in Liverpool. You were playing Gaston. But it wasn't Gaston, it was similar because obviously it wasn't a Disney version. I thought you were really good in it. And he read that out. He was like, thanks, I remember doing that. I really liked it. It was me and the woman next to me was a proper Five fan as well, so we were in our element. But yeah, it's the only time I've ever messaged a celebrity, like, because I just think, no.
I mean, when they do them lives, you can see it's them.
Yeah.
But behind, so see, that's like what we were talking about. Behind social media, it could be anyone.
Yeah, a lot of the big stars, it isn't their pages.
No.
You know, the ones boss to follow, you know, Liara 911. Do you know he's 50?
No.
Yeah. We thought we looked
Oh
good.
my God.
Yeah, I follow him. He posts quite a bit. He's quite funny. I don't follow many celebrities. I follow Ant Middleton. SAS Ant Middleton.
Oh yeah.
Because I love the mindset stuff he does and the resilient stuff. You also follow? What other celebrities do you follow? Obviously, you follow the Liverpool team.
No, I've just followed like the Liverpool FC as a whole.
No, I do that, but then I also follow the players and Klopp's got an Instagram now.
I follow Klopp.
Kloppo.
Yeah.
No,
I don't. I follow him on Facebook, but don't follow him on Instagram. I follow like Gordon Ramsay, because I think he's hilarious.
Josh loves that kitchen nightmare.
I think he's absolutely hilarious. Sometimes he's a little bit close to the bone. I know on the US version,
No, isn't it?
yeah, on the US version, I think because our humour is so different, he comes across very arrogant. But as like someone who lives in the UK, you sort of get onto that. Yeah, but I also follow people like follow Obama, ex-President Obama. I follow Trump for the sheer hilarity of him. I think he's a knob, but I watch it because I think he's funny.
On my new account, I've not got that many celebrities, so to speak.
On my Instagram, I follow like different members of the Towie Cats.
Yeah, I follow a fellow called Paul Mort. Now, he's not a celebrity, he's like a business coach. That's the type of people I'm following.
I follow on Facebook. I find them absolutely hysterical. A couple called Martin and Beck, and they are so funny. It's not the Lab Baby because I used to follow Lab Baby, and I think since they've took off,
Yeah.
content is sort of forced, funny.
I
Funny.
follow Rosie and Chris Ramsey.
Yeah.
That is a shag marry annoyed.
Yeah.
I think they both are, but she just cracks me up.
See, I've not really listened to her, but Chris just cracks me up. I love it.
She would sit with us and have a ball. She could, she's just the type of down to earth, like doesn't care, sit in a trackie type thing. So I'd look then, and I follow CrossFit people, Liverpool players. Yep. A couple of the SAS lads, few days wins. Ollie Ollerton is the one I like to follow. He does all the mindset stuff, though. He's into it. I'd love to go and see him. He does these mindset days and that. He always does like talks and stuff. There's a few comedians I follow on there, obviously.
Yeah, I've got comedians.
I've got Scott and Mitch from Fog, Lee Brennan, like living my 90s, noughties, pop era again. And that's it. Really, there's not many.
I follow all kinds. If something makes me laugh or it's interesting, I follow it.
I used to on my old one because I'm aware how the is algorithm or whatever they call it works. I am very thingy now because I think when I go on, I don't want to see the bad stuff.
Yeah.
But no, social media.
But yeah, I think social media plays a massive part in people's mental health.
Yeah.
Especially young people. There's a lot more young people now with mental health problems. A lot more like teen suicide has rocketed so much, and it is down to online bullies and stuff like that. And it's just like, what can we do about it? The only thing is educate your children. If you've got children on there, monitor it. Yeah. You're not infringing on their like privacy or anything like that. You tell them that's what's going to happen. If you want this is what's going to happen today. Consent to that.
As someone with no kids, again, this might be different. If Ethan had wanted Facebook at 14, 15, would you have allowed him to do it without monitoring him? No. Because to me, that's the equivalent of going, you go and sit in that room for adults on your own, go ahead.
Yeah. No.
Because
you're exposing them to so much that they...
Because it's an adult site. It sounds bad, it makes it sound sordid, but it's for adults. It's meant for over 18.
Yeah.
Why are you letting your child? You wouldn't go and sit in the pub on your own with all the adults.
No.
Why are you on Facebook?
Children's mentality, they're not mature enough to deal with like the content that's on there. So even sometimes, like I sometimes when I'm watching the news and Elijah comes in, he's 10.
Yeah.
I'll turn it off because it upsets him so much to see like war, and he starts worrying about stuff.
No, protect them. Let them be kids as long as possible.
Yeah. It's making them deal with adult problems when their mind isn't mature enough to even know whether they're going to use a red pen to underline or whether they're just going to highlight it all in yellow. How do you explain what's going on in Gaza at the moment to a 10-year-old kid when we can't even fathom it ourselves?
So, we didn't do this last week. We actually forgot. What's one thing that you were grateful for this week?
One thing that I'm grateful for this week.
It's been a rough week for both of us. This may be a bit tough.
This is quite a tough one. I'm actually grateful for. You know what? It sounds really, really stupid. Sounds very peculiar. But I'm actually grateful for the sunshine we've had this week, because when I feel really crappy and really down, I actually just sat in it, let it hit my skin, and absorbed it, and it makes you feel better. But it makes you feel like it's stupid, like now it makes you feel warm. Like it does. It makes you feel like a bit nicer inside, because this week has been tough.
Yeah.
And that is, home life has been a bit tough as well. The kids have not liked this week.
The kids are settling back into a routine of being back in school and college.
Yeah, but Elijah's like, because I've gone back to work, Elijah's separation anxiety has gone through the roof. So I've had a fight of him dragging his feet every single morning. I've had a fight getting him to bed every single night because he doesn't want to be without me.
Yeah.
And it's so draining. It's unreal. I just sat in, like, where I work. There's squirrels running around and everything like that. It's like you're in a country. And I just sat down on the grass.
In a country?
Yeah,
You mean the countryside?
the countryside. But I just sat down on the grass and just let the sun hit me. And I think if it weren't for that picking up my mood,
Yeah,
I wouldn't have done it.
what you're saying there is the exact reason I love being outside hiking. Man, I know you're looking at me like I'm not fucking hiking anywhere. But it's that multiplied.
Yeah.
That's why I come back from the hikes and I'm like, oh, let's go, wee. It's like, yeah, but the whole you say no spiritual, I am spiritual. Just don't get the whole crystal thing. I just never have. For me, I am grateful this week for the 2 dogs. Because even on the days, because I'm like you, I've had a rough week this week.
Yeah.
These get me up, they keep me going. They do me head in.
Yeah, but they keep your routine
Yeah,
going.
we got the routine. And the one thing about these 2 is the unconditional love you get from animals is just, I'll be sat here and I'll be like, oh, I'm a bit fed up. And he'll know, Bob will know. He'll jump up on my knee and start giving me kisses. And then he curls up on you and just goes to sleep. Lily will just come over and put her head on you and touch you. And it's just the unconditional love. And you just think, you know what? Give me that any day.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Lily doesn't exactly smell great tonight. She keeps letting off and she's sat right next to Emma. But she's a 15-year-old dog, leave it alone. She's well into her 90s now. But yeah, I'm grateful for my dogs because they are just amazing. And I've been really quiet for a change. I've got no barking to edit out during the podcast. Social media, I could happily walk away from tomorrow.
I have an addiction with it, so I can't.
Well, I know someone that does hypnotherapy and CBT and a bit of life coaching that might help you with that,
Yeah.
No, seriously, if anyone, you know what, I'm just going to plug it. Get FOMO with you. You're missing out.
Yeah. It's not even that I'm looking at, like certain people, like I've got to look at this person every day. Not even that. It's just like there's just no what's going on in the world.
Do you know what?
No.
I'm probably the opposite to you now, whereas I don't care if it's not my little circle. I don't care. What's that saying? Not my monkeys, not my circus. Mine is literally. I don't give a fuck what other people's monkeys are up to anymore. As long as my monkeys are all happy, then I don't care.
I think I like switching off and just looking at it.
No, see, it doesn't. I could happily walk away from social media tomorrow. Never go back on it again. But again, I need it for work and stuff. And yeah. But anyway, if someone is, and this is serious now, by the way, struggling with an addiction to social media, and wants to get rid of it, or not get rid of it, but deal with it, get in touch. I can happily help you with it. In that, we can do some CBT or look into why you need it. We can do some hypno, whatever you need to get you off it. So let me get you off it. Just reduce your usage. Reduce your usage of it. I can speak. Just reach out. Yeah, just reach out. Just give DM. Stop it. That's what it calls it. The week was one girl. She called it a giggle stick.
I've heard it be called a giggle stick.
No.
I did when I used to work for Ann Summers. That's what it was called, a giggle stick.
No, it's a giggle stick. Be a grown up. It's not a tingle. fucking place down the road.
I forgot about that.
No, just reach out and we send me a DM and I can help you. So
Yeah, and also if anyone's got anything that they'd like us to just
talk about.
talk about, yeah, mull over.
Yeah.
Got any questions?
Like I said, we're going to do one in a couple of weeks on addiction. So if you've got any quick questions about addiction, now I need to get that out there. Me and Emma have never been addicted to anything in that way. It's more being the sibling of someone with an addiction. Both of us have been in that situation. So any questions on that, let us know and we will answer them. I think next week, mental health, which we've kind of touched on anyway. Do we do one on mental health next week? That's going to be more you in that. I've never really suffered with mine. Yeah.
So
So
if anyone's got any questions or anything about that, we can try and bear in mind we're not clinicians.
yeah, we're just two people that
Pulling it over. Because of the life experience.
Yeah.
Like as we said before, sometimes life experience gives you that head.
I think with life experience as well, you learn how to deal with it better than a piece of paper will ever teach you. But like I said, if you want to send us some questions over, there is my Instagram, which is Lindsay_McKenna84, or the podcast one, which let me just double check what that one is, because I always forget. Forever_the_optimist_pod. Send them to either of them, and I shall put them.
Shall look at them and
Yeah.
put them on the agenda for next week.
And then obviously we'll do the addiction one in a couple of weeks when we are both a bit more stronger to deal with it, I think, because that one will wake up a few feelings that we're going to be tough with. But yeah, other than that, we are done for the day. So we shall leave
Thank you
you,
very much for listening.
especially our two little US listeners.
Yeah.
Just one person to listen to it twice. Thank you. No, thank you to everyone that's listening. It does mean a lot to us. And we shall see you all, or listen to you, or talk to you, or whatever we'll do next week.
Talk to you all next week.
Talk to you all next week. Okay, thank you.